Commercial Real Estate 101. There we go. I wonder if you can see that. Just destroyed, man. We got hit with an EF3 tornado. Direct hit, and these buildings that used to make me $57,000 a month in rent now have nothing because they're smashed to smithereens. So I guess my options were limited. I could either fix them or smash them down and start over again. Now here's the deal. Why in the world would I fix something that's this old? These things are built in 1974. They have asbestos problems. It just took me $174,000 to take out the asbestos. I don't know if you can see on that end where the whole wall got pushed in, where the doors are all gone. But those are called panels, and they're tilt wall concrete, and those are severely damaged. And there's roof beams and the joists on the top that are also severely damaged. So these buildings are all messed up. So as much as every shyster in town came by and tried to tell me, oh, Randall, you can fix it. These are all fixable. Just fix them, no problem. We'll fix them for you. It'll only be $3 million, $4 million, $5 million, whatever number they threw out, thinking they're the ones that were going to make all the money, right? But I would have been kept with a problem because these things aren't safe. They're never going to be safe. They're never going to be fixable. They're completely screwed. Now, just to give you all an idea, look what the tornado did. You see the roof up there? The roof is gone. Those steel beams across the top are all bent. These walls right up here, they're all cracked. This thing is screwed. These things are just completely destroyed. So here we go with big machines that I hired to smash these things to the ground. There you can see them there. So I'm gonna spend about $130,000 to level this stuff because it's not worth messing with it. And then of course after the storm, we got these wonderful people that did, as you can see there, they came and stole all the copper, thieves. Then I had a problem with a bunch of druggies coming up here. Dopers and vagrants and bums coming around trying to steal what they could, trying to steal the copper, stealing water heaters. They pretty much stole whatever they could. Oh my goodness, look at these big machines to smash these buildings down. They're going to start on Monday. Today is Friday. And I think that I did absolutely the smartest move you could possibly make by bashing these things to the ground because these buildings are toast. Now I bought these in 2006 for $4 million. Of course they needed a bunch of work when I bought them. So I did the work. I spent way over $1 million in renovations. I did $800,000 redoing all the roofs. I redid a lot of the air conditioning units. I repainted everything. I redid this parking lot over here. Altogether, I spent about $1.5 million in renovations. And I don't know if you can see that. The exposure might not be good, but up on the top of that roof, you stand over here, see if it works. You can see, yeah, there we go. The roof is all peeled back like a sardine can. And all the air conditioning units are blowing off. And it's just ruined. It's toast, man. So the question is it worth fixing up old junk? Let's look inside here. I don't think we can see inside there very well. I don't think it's worth fixing up this old junk. When you get these buildings that are all gutted, we'll walk over here. When you get these old buildings, they're all gutted, and every time you fix it, anything you do to it, it's going to cost. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, someone's been inside of this. Vagrants, druggies. There, you can kind of see an idea of what we're dealing with. We'll go inside here. This has been all gutted, of course, from the tornado. And a lot of this stuff, we had to remove all the sheetrock and everything because we had to get rid of asbestos that was in there. And the problem is, even if I fix this, because it's 1974, anytime you do any renovation, the government's going to require an asbestos report, and we're going to have to go through all this BS again. Asbestos report's $30,000. Look at that heap of trash. And look at the roof. It's retarded, man. Makes no sense to fix this garbage. None at all. The tornado has this thing. It's just wasted. Here, now you can see in here. Look at this. This would cost so much money to rebuild all this and fix the roof and fix all the cracks in those walls and have to redo all the plumbing. And of course, if you can see over here, this was a suite. These suites had tiny bathrooms, which today would never pass the code because you got Americans for Disability Act, ADA. Bathrooms have to be 8 by 8 feet. So these bathrooms are way too small. How in the world are you going to make this thing 8 foot? Because there's the door in the front and there's the dividing wall. It's going to stick out in the middle of the office. There's no way to make this work. So when you're dealing with something that's dated like this is, with a design like this is, it's called obsolete. See this office here? And you see here this glass we got here. This is called a cutout. And what happens with a cutout is, in the old days, you see the door here on this side? Let me stand right here. You see? That is a cutout. Today we'd never do that. That wall would go straight across. You wouldn't have this glass coming in and then down. It would go straight across because that messes it up. It takes away your space. It makes it very difficult. Look, here's another bathroom. There's the toilet hole. This would never pass. This is never going to work in a million years. You have to have a real bathroom these days. It's got to be 8 by 8. So all this work and these hundreds of thousands of dollars that I spent fixing this stuff, it's just done. It's done. So I'm leveling everything to the ground. I'm going to spend 140 grand to level it. I'm going to leave this cement floor in for the time being. And I'm going to leave in the parking lot